if you don't have Conversion API, maybe you shouldn't use Facebook.
Hi there and welcome to From Ideas to Results. I'm joined by Chris, who is our Director of Data and Performance here at Sleeping Giant Media, and we are going to be exploring all the things that have been happening, particularly in the world of data and tracking and ultimately performance. First topic is Facebook's shift towards server-side tracking. I know you've talked a lot about the importance of server-side tracking.
Yeah, so this has been a trend for quite a long time. At least the last 2 years, Facebook have said you really should have the Conversion API in place. They started about 2 years ago saying if you don't have Conversion API, maybe you shouldn't use Facebook. They quickly reversed on that one. But they always said you should use it. It's better if you do.
Server-side tracking enables the decision-making from Facebook to sort of be better in terms of actually saying, okay, that ends in a result that you want, so actually we'll try and place your ads here.
That is exactly what the end result is. Yeah. And the reason is there are cookie blockers, things in the browser that block the pixels that are firing in browser from working. Yeah. So it's just adding to the data. The more you can feed the machine, the better.
What impact is this likely to have?
So quite a few people have been moving over. If you're one of those businesses that haven't done it yet, you really should do as soon as possible. And it's not like it was 10 years ago where server-side was only for those enterprises that had huge teams. You can now use some really good tools for doing that. Cloud Run or Stake are two of the infrastructures that we would go for, depending on whether you need to have lots of control or whether you want a nice simple solution that is a bit more off the shelf.
So moving on, we've talked about this before, the rise of AI visibility monitoring. How do we kind of sort of, I guess, understand that better when there's no real data out there?
Yeah, it's always that marketing, be where your consumers are, your customers, and now one of those platforms is Answer Engine. It's such a huge one that has such an impact on the way that people interact with search. Even Google are now taking that on, AI mode being the default in America, AI overviews, which is already the biggest way that people are engaging with those Answer Engine. Making sure you're visible within that is really key. That rise of zero clicks means that we're not getting as much of the traffic, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're not getting your brand and your message out to people. How do you monitor that? And it's now quite an integral and important part of the targeting and strategies that we're putting together. Just because you're not getting as much of the traffic as you were doesn't mean that what you're doing is failing.
Okay, so how do we kind of go about that? How do we sort of help people to understand that visibility piece?
So we have taken on a tool called Scrunch. Scrunch allows us to monitor visibility. So essentially it will enter prompts. It will go off and look at those prompts across a number of different engines. Within that, you can also say, I want you to search as if you are a particular persona. Might be that you are a person of a certain age with certain likes and dislikes, so that you can create a persona that the answer engines will understand. It will do that. It will then get a response. It will read that response and extract all of the different citations that are within that. Are there actual links? Are there just mentions of particular brands? And then it will return that as a, did you appear? What was the sentiment in how you appeared? Did your competitors appear? It can do that across all of the biggest AI answer engines. Gives you a really good picture of whether you're appearing and how others. It's very much like keyword rankings, what we would have done for that, but with much more information. One of the ways you can do it in the simplest way is to say, what are all my SEO keywords, and now can I make them in a conversational tone? I mean, anybody working in SEO at the moment will be looking at things like query fan out. So that's that beginning point, but then what is the fan out of all the items that you would want answered and look into?
Which is a breakdown, which essentially turns those long form queries into multiple keyword based searches to an extent.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're already thinking about that, you've probably got a good idea of what kind of things you might want to put into prompts.
There we go. So some big stuff happening in the world of data, loads of challenges as everything kind of changes in digital marketing. And again, we'll see you next time. Thanks very much.